And this is it, people. It is the grand final. Rob versus Sam. Who will be crowned champion after going through in the quarterfinals and the semis? The big boys clash. It's over to Johnny. Take it away.
You go first, okay. Rob, first question. Josselu's last Premier League goal was against which club?
Chelsea.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Again, this is my nervous smile. This isn't me looking smug. This is my nervous smile.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sam, first question for you. Josselu's first Premier League goal was against who?
West Ham.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Correct. We'll get a couple of easy ones out of the way just so you get yourselves comfortable. Question 2 for you, Rob. Who did Newcastle get Florian Lejeune from?
Ibar.
We had this question the other day.
Exactly.
We had that exact same question in Mastermind. That is ridiculous.
Oh. Well, I wasn't there. Oh my God.
But you listened to it though, didn't you?
Who did Newcastle get Fabian Schär from? Least man, love, crush, whatever you want to call it.
Fabian Schär.
It's a centre half for Newcastle.
So I've heard. Cost the same as Will Grigg, didn't he?
Less than Will Grigg.
Yeah. Fabian Schär's on fire. Your defence is terrifying. Who did Newcastle get Fabian Schär from?
Deportivo.
Yeah, it was.
Correct. Deportivo La Coruña. 2-2 after the first two questions. Or as he opens up another can. Hashtag cans. Question 3 for Rob. It's like a who am I, Rob? Okay? I'm a Newcastle player that arrived on Tyneside in the summer of 1997. I left 3 years later, so 2000, to join Wolves. I also played for a Scottish side after I played for Wolves. Who am I?
If it helps you, Rob, I know the answer.
Ooh.
'97, and then left to join Wolves. I feel like I really should know this. I don't think it's this, but Shaka Hislop.
Shaka Hislop is the incorrect answer. The correct answer is Tamuri Ketspire.
Oh, Ketspire, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay. So Sam, this is to take the lead and to make it 3 out of 3. Who did Alan Shearer score his first hat-trick for Newcastle in the Premier League against?
Leicester.
Correct. Leicester in a 4-3 win. Scored right at the end from a Rob Lee cross. I'm sure you can all remember. Right.
Scored 2 Premier League
Question.
hat-tricks for us, Leicester and Sheffield Wednesday.
How many times was Alan Shearer the top scorer at Newcastle in his 10 years at the club? So he played 10 seasons, so that obviously the least could be 0, the most could be 10. How many was he top goal scorer?
I'm going to say 8.
Sam, what would you have gone for out of curiosity?
I'd have gone slightly lower. I'd have probably gone for 6, something like that, because he had some real bad injuries. If he'd have stayed major injury free, you'd probably be talking him in the 300s for Premier League goals. But
The correct answer was 10.
Whoa.
10. He was top goal scorer for Newcastle in every single season. There was 2 seasons where he was joint top goal scorer. Who was Kevin Keegan's, as a player, his debut against for Newcastle? Which club was it against?
Southampton.
That's incorrect. The correct answer, Rob, do you know this one?
No.
It's Queen's Park Rangers.
Oh, there you go.
Shout out to me dad, he wanted that question and he went to that game. So the scores after 4 questions is Rob 2, Sam 3. Question number 5 for Rob. So Rob, Newcastle have been in the Championship twice in the last 10 years. 2009-10, or just over the last 10 years, 2009-10 and 2016-17. Newcastle have lost to a team twice away from home. Once in 2009-10 and once in 2016-17. Who is the club?
Uh, 2009-10, it can't. We lost away at Blackpool, so it can't be them. Scunthorpe can't be them. Derby can't be them. Nottingham Forest, that's the cow. Yeah, Nottingham Forest.
That is the correct answer. It was 1-0 at the City Ground in 2009. And then, obviously, who can forget the Steve Martin show, 2-1 at the City Ground in 2016-17. Nottingham Forest is the correct answer. That is 3-3. Sam, question 5. How many points did Newcastle get in that 2009-10 winning season under Chris Hughton?
$102.
That is the correct answer.
Nice.
Question 6 for Rob. Newcastle played Marseille in the UEFA Cup semi-final in 2003-04. In the first leg at St James's, which former and then future Sunderland player came on as a substitute for Newcastle that night?
Michael Bridges.
That is the correct answer. Newcastle famously were in the Champions League in 1997-98 at the group stages. For 1 point, can you name the 3 teams that we had at the group stage? I need all 3 for that 1 point.
Barcelona.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Dynamo Kiev.
That's the second one. What's the answer you're going with?
PSV.
Oh no!
PSV. PSV is the correct answer.
Oh
Wow. Who did Newcastle spend the most money on a player in the summer transfer window 2017? So what was the highest fee for the player? So we'll see, for example, if it was the summer of 1996, it would have been Alan Shearer for £15 million. So I'm asking for the summer transfer window of 2017.
2017-18. Okay. So we had just been promoted from the Championship.
Correct.
It took us quite a while, didn't it? For transfers. Dubravka was the year after. We came in January on loan.
6 months, yeah.
Just the name. Jacob Murphy, which was 12
Is that your final,
wasn't it?
is that your final answer?
I'll kick myself if it's someone else, I really will. Because that list is only going back 2.5 years. But yeah.
It's the correct answer. It's the correct answer, Jacob Murphy. Well thought out, Rob. I thought you were going to go Lejeune in the end, but well thought out. How much did Newcastle pay for Obafemi Martins?
10 million.
That is the correct answer. So, Rob, Newcastle have only beaten Liverpool once at Anfield in Premier League history. We won the game by 2-0.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know who scored the first goal that day for Newcastle.
Okay, I know if it's the game I'm thinking of, Solano scored like a special goal for us, but whether that is actually the game I'm thinking of, and whether he actually scored first in that game.
It is incorrect, I'm afraid, Rob. No, it was the wrong game. Solano wasn't even at the club at the time. It was in the early 90s, 1994, and Newcastle beat Liverpool, and Rob Lee scored the first goal, and Andy Cole then made it 2-0 to send Newcastle fans delirious. Who was the fifth in all-time goal-scoring charts for Newcastle? So who is currently fifth in the goal-scoring charts for Newcastle in its history?
Len White.
That is the incorrect answer. The correct
Hugh Gallagher
answer is Supermac, Malcolm MacDonald.
Thank you, Supermac.
Who was Chris Hughton's last win as manager of Newcastle in the Premier League?
I just can't remember who we played in between that Arsenal game and that final game at West Brom. I'm going to say Arsenal.
Is that your final answer, Rob?
The last league win of his time at Newcastle. Yeah.
I'll repeat the question one more time. Who was Chris Hughton's last win in the Premier League against?
As Newcastle manager.
As Newcastle manager, before he got sacked after that West Brom game.
Yeah, it's Arsenal. That's my final answer.
It's the correct answer. Arsenal. Wow. Sam, this is to make sure that you'll have a lead going into the last question. Newcastle's last win under Steve McLaren was against which club?
Ooh, yes, I think I know this one.
See, I've just wiped out the Steve McLaren era from my brain.
He did win a couple of games as manager.
Yeah, I know, but...
Newcastle's last win under Steve McLaren was against which club?
Villa.
Yes!
It is incorrect. The correct answer is West Bromwich Albion.
We were the only
1-0
team
in James's.
Oh, far away.
Newcastle beat Liverpool 2-1 in February 2007. Who scored the winner for Newcastle that day?
I think there's a penalty. There was a penalty in that game. Bellamy gave Liverpool an early lead in that game. And I think we equalised later in the first half with a penalty. Second half, we scored that winner. February 2007, yeah? And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go with my inkling. I'm gonna go with my instinct.
Okay.
Come back after the break when I reveal my answer.
Yeah, that's not happening. Rob, what's your answer?
I'm gonna say Stephen Taylor.
That is the incorrect answer.
No!
You nearly got it right. So you were right. Bellamy did take the lead for Liverpool that day, but the penalty was the winning goal. Obafemi Martins gave Newcastle an equaliser to make it 1-1, but it was Norberto Solano from the penalty spot to give Newcastle all 3 points.
I thought Solano scored the penalty as well.
He did, but it was the winner. So Sam, this is to win the whole competition. NFTV quiz. This is to win it 7-6. This is the question, Sam. Newcastle beat Arsenal 3-1 at Highbury in December 2001.
This is his era, man.
Who scored the equaliser for Newcastle?
Oh, no. I know this one. No,
What was
no.
that? What was that, Sam?
Andy O'Brien.
Andy O'Brien.
Well done, Sam.
It's the correct answer. Sam, a 7-6 winner over Rob. A slightest of upsets, but Sam is the 2020 NFTV quiz champion. Sam, how do you feel?
I'm ruddy bloody chuffed with that. Yeah.
It was nip and tuck all the way.
And there you have it. We finally have our champion. Well done to Sam. He's loving it that much that he's got a little speech for us. Take it away, Sam.
Well. As you've just seen, I've just won the Newcastle Fans TV quiz, beating Rob in the final. How, I don't know. How to celebrate is the next thought. An unexpected victory against the tournament favourite. To be honest, I was going into that final just hoping not to be embarrassed. There's only really one way to celebrate, given the mood at the moment. I think you know what I'm talking about. #cans.